What's going on, hikers? In today's video, we're going to be talking about the Sawyer Micro. Now, I just took this thing on a major trip. I'm going to be talking about how it performed for me, the goods and the bads, and doing a little demonstration for you. If you're new to the channel, my name is Jeremiah Stringer, and here we talk about all things hiking and backpacking. We do info, tips, hacks, and we go and explore. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, make sure you subscribe below. Now, I told you I just went on this big trip. What was it? I was hiking the Vermont Long Trail. If you don't know much about it, it's pretty much what inspired the Appalachian Trail. It's 273 miles, and it took me approximately 3 weeks. Now, this Sawyer Micro, I put it to the test during this trip. It was my number one source of getting my clean water. In fact, the only other time I had clean water is whenever I was in a city, or if I used a friend's filter, which I had to end up doing, spoiler alert, at times. So the Sawyer Micro. Oh boy. This is supposed to be in between the Sawyer Full, which I have, and the Sawyer Mini, which I also have. I've tried all three, and I decided to take this one with me on this trip because the flow rate is supposed to be about the same as the Full, and it used to be. And it's supposed to be way more than the Mini, and it's lighter weight than the Sawyer Full. So I was like, well, why would I not take this? Why would I take something else that weighs more with the same flow rate? So I took it, and no. After I used the Sawyer Micro for probably, I don't know, maybe a week or so, I noticed that the flow rate really started to slow down, and I started flushing it and flushing it and flushing it, and it just wasn't flying for me. I had friends that brought their plungers with them. Now, typically I would just flush it by using just like a smart water bottle and sticking it on the end and just squirt that through there. But I used their plungers. I flushed it so many times, like every single day. Different techniques, like I'd flush it, I'd back flush it, I'd flush it back through like you know you normally have water flow. It just, I don't know what the deal is. So I just wanted to show you what I'm working with here. Even after back flushing with clean water, whenever I was taking zeros at like hotels. So what we have is just a smart water bottle. Normally I would just put dirty water in here and screw the Sawyer on top and drink through it. I also tried it by putting it through one of these normal bladders that you get. And then you screw the Sawyer on top, of course, and you insert it and squeeze. And then I got a Sawyer Full, which I'll show you after using the Micro, the flow rate difference. So here's just like normal gravity, right? Barely dripping a little bit. There's me squeezing pretty hard. Now imagine that this is your only way to get clean water and you're in the woods for weeks. Now I've busted multiple of these bladders and I'm getting a CNOC soon, but it takes forever to get a liter of water. Now let's go with the Sawyer Squeeze. This is the full version. Here's just gravity. Just gravity, no squeezing at all. You can actually set up a gravity feed system. Let me know if you want to see a video on that. Okay, now I'm actually going to squeeze it. You can probably see and hear the flow difference. I mean, it's crazy. Look how much faster it's filling up this bottle. Now, when I first bought the Sawyer Micro, I thought to myself, what are these people talking about? They're saying that this flow rate is slowing down, it's stopping up. I was like, how can you mess this up? You literally just screw the Sawyer Micro on and you squeeze, and the flow rate's just as good as the Sawyer Full. And then I used it for 3 weeks straight, every single day in and out on the trail for all my clean water, and I was drinking at least a gallon a day. So like 4 to 5 liters at the least. And then now we're here. So we're gonna need to talk about some alternatives. And before we do, I want you to comment below, because the question of the day is, what way do you use to clean your water when you're on trail? Alternatives to the Sawyer Micro. Of course, you have the Sawyer Full, but the thing that I fell in love with on the trail is a friend's Katadyn Be-Free. And I'll link this below if you want to check it out. It got to the point where I would like trade my friend's stuff, like Reese's Pieces, just to use his Katadyn Be-Free, because that thing is like turning on a faucet. So Caveman, shout out to you if you're watching this right now. Some other easy alternatives are, of course, the classic boiling your water. I just don't think that's very efficient. Or maybe you want to use the Aqua Mira tablets. I ran into some people that were through hiking as well, and they would use them. They were like, well, it sucks because I had to wait to drink the water. So I'm going to say Katadyn Be-Free. Make sure you check it out, link below. That's it, folks. That is today's video, all about that Sawyer Micro. If you enjoyed, make sure you smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you want more info, tips, hacks, and exploration. And kick the notification bell for the latest notification. I'll see you in the next video.